Hello and welcome back to the fantastic Clay Pigeon Kart Club for Formula Blue NKRA Round 3 and Blue Challenge Round 6. Today being a record-breaking occasion, as in Heat 1, David Watts set a new track record for Biba Tyres Formula Blue with a 35.94. As you can see here, the first three heats. You notice a few names are consistently up at the top. Taylor Waldron, Ben Pearson, Duncan McLeod across all three heats. Doubly impressive from Duncan McLeod as he had to start 15th in each heat due to a late entry, but wasn't quite enough to pip Taylor Waldron to pole. Behind them is the new O-plate Ben Pearson, and then David Watts and Anthony Cleal, who proved in Heat 3 that even close racing can occasionally get a bit too close. Behind them, David Waldron in 6th with a fantastic run through the heats, ahead of Russell O'Neill, Sarita Schoen, Michael Bell, Ron Schoen, Paul Alexander, Kevin O'Neill, Nigel Vickery in 13th, the top novice, ahead of Robin Stoddart-Stones, Alex Fortune, David Good, and unfortunately a non-start for Rob Mortimer due to a cracked chassis. So that's unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can get it repaired for the next time out. But today, the drivers are going to have to be facing Billy's Blind, the S's, the Sturmy Straight, Hans Hairpin, the Horseshoe, Buttons, and Top Bend on the shortest circuit on the calendar, Clay Pigeon, sure to provide some brilliant racing. Here you can see the championship standings going into this race. Anthony Cleal with a little bit of a lead in the standings ahead of Ben Pearson, Duncan McLeod, and then equal fourth Mike Bell and Mitchell McLeod on 36 points, with Russell O'Neill and Taylor Waldron not far behind. So plenty of moving and shaking to be doing in the championship between here and the end of the season, Caitlin.
Indeed, thank you for that, Mike. And we head here onto the formation lap, a very fast formation lap, as we've seen in the past that Taylor doesn't like to do slow formation laps. But anyway, indeed we have a close field of karts here today, and we've already had three different heat winners heading into this race, and a bunch of other guys who could very much get involved with our lead fight here today. Of course, we've seen Duncan McLeod coming from the back in pretty much every heat that he's done, and somehow working his way right to the front of the grid. What can he do right from the front of the grid? That's going to be one of the main questions to ask as we head towards the start of this race. You see the marshal there directing them into 2x2 Noah's Ark formation, and we go now towards the starting flag, and that's dropped. We'll be underway here at Clay Pigeon. Towards turn 1 we go, and Taylor Waldron takes the lead. Dave Watts there on the inside line, attempting to get through on Duncan McLeod, but McLeod has the run out of Billy's Blind. Up now towards the Han Hairpin. We're riding on board with Paul Alexander, who's on the inside of the 13. That will be Ron Schoen, and they're running just behind Michael Bell in the number 8 car. Towards the end now of the first lap, and it's still Taylor Waldron leading from Duncan McLeod. And in third place, of course, after that move on the opening lap, in the opening corner, is David Watts, who put together a decent string of corners to start the race. So as we shoot through the shot, you see the live timing on your screen now, and a slight mistake from Taylor Waldron out of the chicane allows Duncan McLeod alongside him, and they're both going wide as Waldron furiously tries to defend, and that may allow David Watts to get through to the lead, but he's going to be shown the outside here at the horseshoe, and he gets hung out to dry as Taylor Waldron keeps the lead for the time being. Nicely done there for Taylor Waldron, good in defence, although very nearly threw it away as he went slightly too deep into the Han Hairpin. Watch McLeod coming back through on the inside, or at least taking a slight look at it. Here's Russell O'Neill on the back of Sarita Schoen as well, and off goes Michael Bell. So we've lost the number 8 car. I'm afraid there appears to be a technical fault there, and unfortunately Michael Bell is our first retirement. Still 15 karts remaining though. So after the first couple of laps, we're on lap 3 now. Quite a hectic start there, Mike.
Yeah, indeed it was. A couple of people got very opportunistic. You can see through turn 1, Sarita Schoen, she's running in 7th at the moment, got around the outside of both Michael Bell and Russell O'Neill. But here comes O'Neill coming back on the outside of the kink down into turn 1, and it looks like he's going to make that move stick. But look on the back of this lead group, David Waldron having a fantastic day so far, hanging on to the lead group here in 6th place.
And Taylor Waldron there getting it hooked up much nicer into the second apex of the chicane this time. Here's Paul Alexander still on the tail of Ron Schoen. he's been on the back of him for the whole race so far. May well be, well, he just needs to stick with him until he gets presented with an opportunity. I even think that Ron Schoen's helmet looks very much like Kazuki Nakajima's helmet design, which is something that's catching my eye a lot now, but whatever the case, Paul Alexander still yet to find a way past him, and that is the fight over 9th and 10th position in the order. Also close for 3rd place there, I believe Anthony Cleal has just passed Duncan McLeod. In fact, he has done. You see there the black helmeted Anthony Cleal ahead of Duncan McLeod in the very bright livery helmet. And that's a change for the final podium place. Here we are on board with David Watts. Talking of the podium places, he set the fastest lap of the race last time around, and as they cross the start-finish line again, that's another pretty quick lap, I think. And indeed, it's about 400s faster than Taylor Waldron there. So the fight for the lead is absolutely on as they head down the Sturmey Straight. Look at McLeod as well, taking a look for 3rd position there on Anthony Cleal, as wide goes David Waldron. We're on board with Russell O'Neill taking a look up the inside of him. That's for 6th position. However, O'Neill gets the better run out of the corner. And Cleal there is having to defend very, very hard from Duncan McLeod, attempting to get back into the podium positions.
Indeed, and you can see Ben Pearson as well if you look from Russell O'Neill up ahead. Ben Pearson currently in 5th, who's having real trouble in the Heat 3 with grip. With the grip levels on those tyres, maybe it worked them a bit harder than the rest of the front runners.
Here we are, Russell O'Neill going to the inside of David Waldron. And Waldron running wide again. That's about the 2nd lap in a row that he's done that. Although again shows him a clean pair of heels on the exit and runs slightly wide as well into the horseshoe. But still, David Waldron holds that 6th position. Needs to stop making that mistake at the hairpin, because although he's been lucky enough to get a good run out of those corners both times. Cutting away from that very quickly, David Watts has taken the lead. He's gone up the inside of Taylor Waldron and has made the move stick there into Willie's blind. Very nicely done. And it's a good job that Waldron saw him coming. And here is O'Neill again to the inside of David Waldron in a corner where he knows Waldron struggles, and he's gone wide himself, in fact. And Waldron is back up the inside. So Waldron once again holds the position there. So we see a move there, and that I think would be for 4th position, sorry, and that was Ben Pearson going past. Oh no, in fact we've had an issue, sorry, it's actually David Watts slowing, and the other kart involved in that was Taylor Waldron there. My apologies for getting that all muddled up, but it appears that there's damage to the back of
David Watts. So it looked like the exhaust was hanging off when he went by the cameras. There's the lead group going past Mike Bell's stricken kart, and there he is, David Watts. On the infield.
That's a huge shame for David Watts, and we didn't see exactly what happened there. They were fighting for the lead, of course. Watts had just been passed, just got past Taylor Waldron, and it appears that they've made contact off camera. That's a huge shame for the two of them, and that means that Anthony Cleal now leads the race. So there's a move in front of us, but yeah, Anthony Cleal leads this race from Duncan McLeod, Taylor Waldron, and Ben Pearson, and yeah, a massive reshuffling of the order there as the leaders come together. Utter drama here at Clay Pigeon.
Indeed it is. It's definitely really taken David Watts out of the fight for this win, which is really unfortunate. It's given the race lead to Anthony Cleal, but you can definitely see the top 4 have broken away now. And then there's a group of 5 in the midfield now headed by Russell O'Neill, and then a group of 4 battling just in behind them. As you can see there in all red, that's Nigel Vickery making up some ground.
Nigel Vickery, of course, coming from near the back of the grid, but already attempting to get into the single-digit spaces. He's running in 10th position right now, just behind, and that there is the that will be. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's the group of karts nearer to the back. So that's Fortune, Stoddart, Stones, Good, and O'Neill having a fight of their own, and that will be over 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th positions. As I think Fortune lost the place on that last lap. We're on board now with Paul Alexander, still on the back of Ron Schoen, as he has been for pretty much this entire race, and they are fighting over 8th and 9th positions, heading down the Sturmy Straight. Alexander taking a look to the inside, getting it all wrong and all crossed up as he spins the kart around. And obviously just thought that he had a gap there, and when he realised he didn't, locked up the rear brakes and spun the kart around. So a mistake there for Paul Alexander. He'll have lost a couple of positions. He's dropped behind Nigel Vickery in all of that, and has some ground to make up in the remainder of this race. Meanwhile, fastest lap for Taylor Waldron.
Indeed, he's definitely got the bit between his teeth to try and chase down Anthony Cleal. But if you look as well, the Alexander mistake has really freed up Nigel Vickery to be all over the back of Ron Schoen, and they're battling hard now for 8th place.
So out of top bend once again comes Anthony Cleal, with Taylor Waldron getting closer and closer to his tail end. You see Waldron ducking as they go along the straight, and they set it identical lap times to Cleal and Waldron. Both the fastest lap of the race so far, 36.6. And both of them dead equal. That's fantastic to see. So both of them feeling the pressure and both of them pushing. Cleal versus Waldron, the 1 versus the 10. And they're both getting away a little bit from Duncan McLeod behind. Although now in a battle of their own. Meanwhile, Nigel Vickery there attacking Ron Schoen on the exit of the hand hairpin. You see them going at it, and that is over 8th position in this race. So Vickery already into the single-digit spaces. As we head now through turn 1, taking a slight look to the outside, and that's going to turn into the inside for Billy's Blind. Nicely done there for Nigel Vickery. He's a man on a mission in this race so far. Continuing on his hunt, his next target, of course, is his daughter, Ron Schoen's daughter, Sarita Schoen, just a couple of seconds up the road. Whether he'll be able to catch her in time before the end of the race or not is yet to be seen. As we complete another lap, we see a couple of the Super 1 competitors there, down just behind the fence. Of course, a lot of different kart clubs come here. There's of course the Formula Blue Challenge. And a nice camera view there from Michael Bell's Stop Kart, just giving us a good shot of the entrance to the horseshoe. As off, there's one show. His kart is being dragged away. There's an issue with that vehicle, so the 13 is removed. And I think we've also had an issue a couple of laps ago, potentially, for Paul Alexander, because he was running, despite his spin, he was running still in the mix, and he's now dropped right out of it, so that's a shame there. Meanwhile, the leaders right together, Cleal versus Waldron out in front. Waldron setting the fastest lap of the race by a long way on that last time around. And I believe we are getting very close to the end of the race here. So Waldron doesn't have many more opportunities to get past Anthony Cleal, and we know that Cleal is a tough cookie to crack. Taylor Waldron right on his tail as they head onto the last lap of the race. This could be a final lap battle, Cleal versus Waldron. What about down up towards the Han hairpin? This is his chance. He takes a look to the outside. Could this be a switchback opportunity? Not quite. Cleal covers it off, and they only have one corner to go when they exit Buttons, and that's going to be top bend, which isn't often an overtaking opportunity. And through top bend we come. Anthony Cleal defends excellently and wins here at Pigeon. Nicely done, Anthony Cleal. Second is Taylor Waldron, who couldn't quite get back at him and will be utterly gutted after his incident earlier on with David Watts. Third place is Duncan McLeod. Fourth is Ben Pearson. Fifth, Russell ONeill. Then it's Waldron, Vickery, Schoen, Stoddart, Stones, ONeill, Good, Fortune, and then our retirements: Ron Schoen, Paul Alexander, David Watts, and Michael Bell. So, Mike, what did you think of that battle at the end there?
Well, it's crazy close. You know, Taylor definitely coming back at Anthony Cleal, but Cleal's won several championships for a reason. He knows how to defend. There you can see the race results popping up. The fastest lap going to Taylor Waldron. Nigel Vickery unfortunately losing that place back to Sarita Schoen after a post-race front fairing penalty. So unfortunate for him, but still 8th place for the guy on his last race on novice plates. Very interesting to see what he can do up in the grid. And here is the updated championship position. Anthony Cleal holds on to the lead. Ben Pearson in second ahead of Duncan McLeod, but then it's all changes. Taylor Waldron with his pole in second place jumps up to fourth ahead of Russell O'Neill in fifth. And we will see you next time out at Forestedge.